And receiver Keyshawn Johnson routed the hapless Bengals.
It's the type of team, you know, when you play San Jose State and you USC, that's what you do to them. You bury them. You put your foot right on their throat and don't let up.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Liam Mitchell, and this is Buccaneers Vault. Today we are going to be counting down the 10 biggest blowout wins in Tampa Bay Buccaneers history. As a disclaimer, this is not an opinionated list. It is based off the final score of the Bucs' wins. If the defense gave up some garbage time points in the fourth quarter, there's a chance that blowout win may not be on this list. To kick off this video, let's start with some honorable mentions. Even though the final scores don't get these two games listed in the top 10, how could we forget the two greatest blowout wins in Buccaneers history? Both Super Bowls 37 and 55, in which the Bucs dismantled the mighty Raiders and Chiefs by wins of 27 and 22 points, giving the Bucs a plus 49 Super Bowl point differential. Those weren't the only postseason blowouts. This past season, the Bucs led the Eagles 31-0 in the NFC wildcard game, before squandering 2 touchdowns late. In the 2002 divisional, the Bucs beat the 49ers 31-6. Some other fun games that didn't make the cut include the 27-point win over the Saints in 2001, in which the Bucs had at that time their largest halftime lead ever, 30-0. Others include a 32-point squandered lead over the division rival Atlanta Falcons in 2013, a 29-0 opening game lead on the Chicago Bears in 2017, and what would have been a 33-point victory over the Bears in 2016 had it not been for a ridiculous Hail Mary before the half.
Don't that feel good when your crowd behind you? You know what I'm saying? Let's give them something to cheer for now. Look at the Bears fans leaving. Hey, focus on the field, focus on the game.
Coming in at both numbers 9 and 10, we actually have a tie between 8 games. All 8 of these games were decided by 28 points. Let's start in 1979, when the 8-3 Bucs beat the New York Giants 31-3. Ricky Bell ran for 152 yards, and the NFL's #1 defense shut down Phil Simms and the Giants all game long.
Smart football, more physical than they are. Keep your poise and finish that first play like you're going to finish the last one. Knock their butts off. Let's go get them.
The 1992 Week 2 matchup against the Green Bay Packers was known as the Vincredible game. Quarterback Vinny Testaverde was seemingly unstoppable en route to a 31-3 victory over the Green Bay Packers. This game also included Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre's infamous first pass as a Packer.
Trying to give Brett Favre a chance. Going to complete if he throws his first NFL completion, and it's to himself. Knocked down by Ray Seals at the 10.
In 2000, for the third consecutive year, the Bucs beat the Vikings at Raymond James Stadium. This time it was a 41-13 victory that yet again gave the Vikings their first loss of the season. Keyshawn Johnson had his first true breakout performance as a Buc in this one with 121 yards and a touchdown. In 2002, the Bucs jumped all over the lowly Cincinnati Bengals and came away with a 35-7 victory, which would have been a shutout had it not been for a Brad Johnson pick six. NFL Films also graced us with this classic soundbite by Keyshawn Johnson.
Shut your ass up! All that screaming. Play football, man. You a fake ass John Randall. Shut your ass up. Screaming and fake John Randall. Sorry, Brad, I'm gonna get you killed, but sorry about that.
There goes go wife.
In 2012, the Bucs smashed the 2-14 Chiefs 38-10 in the midst of a great performance by Josh Freeman. This also could have been a larger blowout had not been for this embarrassing folly by punter Michael Kanan.
Back for this punt for... Oh, it is blocked! Lands in the end zone. Picked up by Kanan. He fires it, and it's intercepted, and it is...
In 2015, the Bucs went on the road to Philadelphia and beat the Eagles 45-17. Doug Martin had 235 yards on the ground, including at the time the longest run in Buccaneers history. That was topped by rookie Jameis Winston's 5 touchdown passes, all 5 of which were to different receivers. and if it couldn't get any better, Lavonte David found the end zone for the first time in his career. Just a season ago, the eventual Super Bowl champion Bucs beat the Green Bay Packers 38-10 at home. Jamel Dean had one of the best plays of the season with his pick six, immediately followed by a near pick six by Mike Edwards. From that point on, the Bucs defense was lights out, and little did we know this wouldn't be the last time the Bucs took down the Packers. And finally, just this past season, Tom Brady threw for 411 yards and 5 touchdowns against the Miami Dolphins as the Bucs came away with a convincing 45-17 victory. Coming in at number 8 on this list, we have a Week 11 35-3 victory over the San Francisco 49ers in 2004. Not even a full 2 years removed from the Bucs Super Bowl triumph, they were a much different team sitting at 3-6 entering this Week 11 contest. Luckily for the Bucs, they were playing the 1-8 49ers. The Bucs started the game with a bang after Derek Brooks crushed Tim Rattay for a sack fumble. Michael Pittman had 100 yards and a couple touchdowns on the ground, while we got to see Joe Jurevicius in the end zone not once, but twice for the first time since Week 1 of 2003.
Middle of the field, Jurevicius. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Tim Rattay and the Niners offense wasn't able to do anything all day as the Bucs improved to 4-6 on the season. Coming in at number 7, we have a Week 12 37-3 win over the Green Bay Packers in 1981. The Bucs were 5-6 and in desperate need of a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. Bucs running back James Owens had the lone 100-yard rushing game of his career, while the defense was lights out all game. Packers quarterback Rich Campbell was intercepted 4 times, which included this 81-yard pick six by safety Cedric Brown.
Picked off by Cedric Brown. Cedric Brown. This is about a 78-yarder. We'll get the official yardage. Cedric Brown has intercepted and run it in.
At number 6, we have Run Michael Run. In Week 15 of 2007, the Bucs not only defeated the Falcons 37-3 to clinch the NFC South division crown, but return man Michael Spurlock took a kickoff return back for a touchdown for the first time in the team's 32-year history.
3 Tampa. Bucs are set to return the kick with Michael Spurlock. Spurlock past the 20, past the 30. Could it be? Could it be? The great curse has been lifted. There goes Michael Spurlock. And for the first time ever, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have returned a kickoff for a touchdown. Santa Maria.
Rondé Barber started the game with a bang, taking back a 29-yard pick six to the house, which then was followed by the Spurlock return touchdown. From then on, the Bucs counted on the run game, carrying the ball 42 times for 190 yards on their way to a 34-point blowout win over the lowly Falcons.
Play of John Gruden wearing the cooler. That was all ice. There was no Gatorade in that bucket at all.
Coming in at number 5, we have Week 17 of 1998. The Bucs shut out the Cincinnati Bengals 35-0 on the road. 1998 was a disappointing season, but believe it or not, the Bucs still had a shot at making the postseason despite their 7-8 record. It was out of their control, but a shot nonetheless. The Bucs didn't end up making the playoffs, thanks to an Arizona Cardinals game-winning field goal, but they gave it their very best in Cincy. The Bucs ran for 223 yards, Mike Allstott had 3 touchdowns, and the Bengals offense was stifled all game long. At the time, this was the Bucs' largest margin of victory on the road, and it stood for 22 years.
For the Bucs for first down here. Play action. Deep. A lot of time for Dilfer, and he's got a man open.
Robbie Thomas.
Thomas, touchdown. Rob Thomas.
At number 4, we have Week 7, 2021. The Bucs defeated the Chicago Bears 38-3, avenging the loss from a year prior on Thursday Night Football. This win pushed their record to 6-1 on the season, their best 7-game start to a season in team history. Tom Brady threw his 600th touchdown pass in this one to Mike Evans, who threw the ball into the stands. Luckily for Tom, he got the ball back, and all was good.
You gave the ball away. I gave the ball away. You gave it away? You gave the ball away. Oh, he's passed up. Tom! Dude's leaving the game right now. Damn, I never played with a guy with this many accolades. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be careful.
Bears rookie quarterback Justin Fields was sacked 4 times and turned it over another 5 times as the Bears were no match for the Bucs this day. At number 3, we have opening day 1987. The Lehman Bennett era in Tampa was over. Former Giants head coach Ray Perkins was hired to turn the tide. The Bucs drafted Miami Hurricane quarterback Vinny Testaverde first overall in the draft, but he wasn't the star on this day. The star was veteran quarterback Steve DeBerg, who threw a Buccaneers record 5 touchdown passes en route to a 48-10 victory over the Atlanta Falcons. 48 points was also a team record. I wasn't alive when this game was played, but having only won 4 games over the course of the 85 and 86 seasons, I can only imagine the excitement on Bucs fans' faces when this game was being played. Unfortunately, this game did not signify things to come, as the Bucs went 3-11 the rest of the way in 87. But for a week, the season ahead looked so promising. At number 2, we have Week 16, 2020. The Bucs defeated the Detroit Lions 47-7 on the road. And to be quite honest with you, this game could have been 70-0. Just a couple plays into the second half, the Bucs had a 40-0 lead. By the 7-minute mark in the third quarter, the Bucs had put 47 points on the board, and the only reason Detroit mustered any points was thanks to a Jamal Agnew punt return touchdown. Had I been a Detroit fan in this game, I would have been flat out embarrassed. The Bucs gained the most yards they ever have in a game with 588 yards from scrimmage. Tom Brady had 348 yards, 4 touchdown passes, and a perfect passer rating in the first half alone. This was one of the many incredible moments from the 2020 season, and I will always cherish this win. Finally, coming in at number 1 is the biggest blowout in Tampa Bay Buccaneers history, a 41-0 shutout of the Chicago Bears during the home opener of the 2000 season. The Bucs were 5 points shy and 1 bad call away from the Super Bowl just a season earlier in '99. They had all the hype heading into 2000, and many thought they could be the first team to play at home in the Super Bowl. Fast forward 20 years and that wish came true. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to the Super Bowl in 2000, but the home opener was a thing of beauty as the Bears were crushed. Everything that could have went the Bucs' way did. 41-0 is still the biggest blowout in Tampa Bay Bucs history, and 21 years later, it has still not been surpassed. I hope everybody watching enjoyed that video. It's my first video here on the Bucs Vault channel. I'm going to be trying to post consistently every Tuesday and Thursday videos just like this one and more. So I hope you stick with me. Thank you as always for the support, and we will see you in the next one. Go Bucs!